Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a review/thought video for this weekend. For this one, I'm doing a little bit different because I'm going to be taking a look at two things, though. The first one's going to be my thoughts on Dune Part 1 that I just recently saw last night on Max, formerly known as HBO Max, and I just finished off Season 1 of Star Trek Picard, though. I know this one took a little bit longer, a lot of things happen and everything like that, though. So I will be taking a look at that movie and also the TV show. And for parents out there, though, Dune Part 1 is rated PG-13 here in the US, though, while, at least according to when I'm reading this correctly, Star Trek Picard is rated TV MA here in the US as well. Now, as far as Dune goes, though, I've heard of it here and there, though, and I may have seen some clips every now and then when I was changing the channel, though, but I never really watched it or anything like that, though. I mean, I've heard about the classic. I believe it was I think it was in 1984 or something, but never really got a chance, though. And when the Dune Part 1 came out in theaters, I never really got a chance to watch it in theaters, and I kind of sort of regretted that back then when it came out back in 2021. But with Part 2 coming out basically later this fall, I believe in November, though, I figured this would be a great time to catch up with the lore, though, and watch the first one that originally came out, or actually came out back in 2021. And after watching it last night on Max, like I said, formerly known as HBO Max, though, I honestly will say that I am definitely looking forward to Part 2 and all. As far as I'm going to break this down to what I like and what I didn't like, mixed or not 100% sure about. As far as what I liked about it, though, I will say that the music and the score to Dune Part 1, I mean, it really fits sort of the atmosphere to the movie, though. It's basic. I really like the style and everything to it, and the music just fits pretty well. It's directed by the same person who did the Blade Runner sequel and Arrival and everything like that, and I think that it looks really good. The music sounded really good and just fits pretty much very well with this type of movie. Plus, some of the designs for some of these spaceships and everything like that look really impressive, though. And of course, the sandworm and everything like that. So that definitely, the music score fits very well and fits the atmosphere of the movie and everything like that. As far as the story and the lore goes, I mean, that one is still is also very good indeed, as it evolves around finding basically the spice in sort of this desert planet, though, and to be exact, that basically helps with the space travel and everything like that. You also hear about a group of civilians who are rebelling against basically these people who are mining this spice and so forth, though, and sort of a bit of backstabbing and betraying going on as well. But the story lore is really good. I love the vibe to it to a certain degree, and I think that it looks really neat, though. Plus, I also thought the person who's playing, basically, what's his name? Oh, Paul. It's an odd name to call one of the main characters, but still, nevertheless, Paul, though, you see sort of him with sort of like basically seeing his role that he will play during this entire event in Doom and everything like that. So it's really neat and everything like that. And like I said, the story and lore is really good, though. Apologize if you're hearing any meows, though. That's my cat. Again, I'm taking care of my parents' cat and all, so yeah, it is what it is, though. And finally, last but not least, I do enjoy some of the cast that they picked, though. I think Oscar Isaac, who plays Duke Leto, Harry's, if I'm saying the name correctly, though, does a really good job. I mean, he's been in a lot of movies, though. I mean, he was in, I think, the one about basically the Mossad agents who basically went after one of the former high-ranking members of the Nazis for the Israeli government, to basically, Moon Knight, to in the Star Wars. So he's been in really a lot of roles, and I think he did a really good job on this one. Same with Jason Momoa playing Duncan, Ohio. The person who played Paul, though, Timothee Chalamet, if I'm saying the name correctly, and all of those. So I think I really enjoyed the choice of cast they have to play some of these characters and all. So it definitely is really good. So I think they did a really good choice with some of the characters, with the cast to play some of these characters, though. If there is a part I didn't like, which is going into the what I don't like mix or not sure, is that some of the characters I think kind of feels like the part one of Dune Part 1 feels like they're playing sort of a minor role and setting them up for a bigger role in Part 2. That has to do with David Bautista's character, Glossu, Rabban, Harkonnen, if I'm saying the name correctly, to Zena's main character, Chad, or, the person that played MJ in the Sony Marvel Spider-Man movies, to be exact, though. I feel like they kind of were sort of, their roles in Dune Part 1, I felt like somewhat minor, to be exact, though. They still play their part, but I just can't help but feel that they're just setting them up to play a much bigger role in Dune Part 2, to be exact. Again, I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's a horrible thing, though, but it is a little bit unfortunate, to be exact, though, because with David Bautista's character, you only saw him like maybe in a couple scenes here and there, and that's it, though. Same with compared to Zena's character, which you tend to see sort of a little bit more, but still somewhat minor, to be exact, though. So we'll maybe in the Dune Part 2 they'll play a much bigger role, but as far as Dune Part 1 goes, much of a minor role, to be exact, though. Overall, I did come away watching Dune Part 1 very pleased with what I saw, though. I mean, it definitely was a enjoyable movie, though. At its best, the music and score, like I said, fits the atmosphere of the movie, though. I like the story and the lore, and I like some of the cast that they picked, like Oscar Isaac playing, the Duke and everything like that. So, and of course Jason Momoa and Josh Brolin as well. So these were a very good choice of cast to play some of these characters, though. At its worst, though, like I said, some of the cast and characters, like David Bautista's and Zena's characters, were kind of pretty much minor, though. It does feel like they are mostly setting themselves up for maybe playing a big role in Dune Part 2. In fact, that's kind of how I felt about Dune Part 1, is that it's mostly just, it feels way more like setting the stage for Dune Part 2 than or anything like that. It's still not a bad movie or anything like that. It still feels more like setting the stage for Part 2. But in either case, though, I did come away pleased with Dune Part 1, though. I'm definitely looking forward to when Dune Part 2 comes out this November, though, and I might even consider taking the idea of... All right. Sorry about that. About that, though. My cat unfortunately jumped on me, hit a command on my keyboard and all, and that kind of stopped this video and all. So, again, I apologize about that. I'll probably just edit that part out, though. But either way, like I was saying, though, I'm definitely looking forward to basically Dune Part 2 and all, and I might consider taking a look at the original, I believe it was the 1984 original Dune, to be exact, though. Maybe see how that movie was back then, though. Maybe with this one, it's kind of a little bit sort of perked my interest in a certain degree, so I'll be taking a look at that one. But in either case, I enjoyed Dune Part 1. I'm definitely looking forward to Dune Part 2 when that comes out in the fall, though. Okay, before I end this video, I want to give my quick take or my quick thoughts on Season 1 of Star Trek Picard, though. Now, I've been, the fact that they were doing one based off of Jean-Luc Picard was kind of interesting indeed, though. I remember, sometimes in the evening with my family, we were watching Star Trek The Next Generation, and also the idea of one doing one based on just Jean-Luc Picard, like I said, was kind of interesting, and I got a chance to watch season 1. I know they finished off with season 2 and 3. I just finished off, season 1 though, and I thought it really, when looking at it though, I think that Patrick Stewart did a good job playing his role even at his age though. Basically, the first episode sort of takes place after the events of, for those who saw J.J. Abrams' 2009 Star Trek, how Spock mentioned what happened to Romulus before, traveling back in time. It takes place sort of like in that sort of universe, though. It continues on after, Spock, went back in time and everything like that, though. And it shows sort of what happened with, cement, like with robotics, like very similar to what Data was and all. It talks about Picard, missing his friend, Commander Data, and basically basically sort of him having somewhat of a daughter in a way, sort of like Surrey to a certain, again, it has to do with these sort of like these beings that are similar to what Data was, and he sort of, and Picard decides to come out of retirement to try to find these beings and everything like that and help them, considering an event that happened on Mars though that caused the banning of basically these certain create these type of robotics and everything like that. And it was really nice to see some of the cast from Star Trek The Next Generation, like those who played, like Commander Riker, to even 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager makes an appearance in a couple episodes of season 1. And you do even see some characters from like as far back as some of the old Next Generation episodes, like one a recurring like Borg character and everything like that. So it really is neat and everything like that to see some of these original cast return though. It's also, the style is kind of similar to the kind of thing you would see from, J.J. Abrams, take on Star Wars, how the action sequences and so forth though. So it is a really neat for season 1 though. I consider this one to be more focused on, Data and everything like that. And you kind of learn a bit more about him and everything like that and so forth. So it was really, really neat. And I'm definitely looking forward to checking out season 2 and season 3 though. Sadly though, Star Trek Strange New World will be premiering on June 15th. So I'll probably be watching season 2 of that one. So that one's going to be probably keep up my time though, but when that one's over, I'll probably get back into season 2 of Star Trek Picard and also season 3 when I get a chance though, to see sort of like what could be a conclusion of Picard's saga. But season 1 I definitely enjoyed though. Fans of Star Trek The Next Generation should probably check this one out whenever they get a chance, or if you have Paramount Plus or anything like that, it's worth taking a look at though. Okay, this concludes my review / thoughts on Dune Part 1, and of course my quick thoughts on Season 1 of Star Trek Picard though. And again, these are my opinion. What are yours? What are your thoughts about Dune Part 1 though? Did you enjoy it when it came out in theaters back in 2021? Were you a fan of Dune before Dune Part 1 came out? Were you a fan of the original one back, I think that movie back in the 80s though? Are you looking forward to Dune Part 2 and everything like that though? And what are your thoughts about Season 1 of Star Trek Picard? Did you watch Season 1 by any chance though? Did you enjoy that though? Did you like how it kind of focused maybe a bit more on Data though? Are you looking forward to Season 2 and possibly watching Season 3 in any way? Do you agree with what I said in this video? Do you disagree? Do you have a difference of opinion? As always, sound off in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And if you do like this video, I hope you hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell icon for notifications of any new videos I put up. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to, and feel free to donate to my channel if you like. You can do it through PayPal me or Patreon, or Steam Labs. Links will be in the description of this video, assuming you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that'll be soon. Until then, from Southern California, I wish you all a good day then. Bye!